Greetings, friends! It's Denise again with Denise's Dancing Paintbrush, and this time a craft. Now, the only reason I went there is because I have a friend who asked me, what do you do with all of your watercolor paper? And let's face it, I have a lot of watercolored nicely decorated paper that I'm not going to frame, hang on a wall, sell as a painting. But I'm not going to throw it away, so I make them into bags. Sometimes I make them into boxes, but I make them into some utilitarian type of thing, and when you give them as gifts, a lot of people will be pretty excited about the bag almost as much as the gift inside the bag. So I picked two of these papers to glue together. I just used regular Elmer's glue, and I'll glue one to the other so it'll be a big bag. Now, Elmer's glue on this watercolor, good heavy watercolor paper, is going to take at least a whole minute, 60 seconds. I fold it right there at the overlap seam and put paper clips on it and give it a good 30 seconds to 60 seconds to stick real well, and then I glue the other side. Now, actually, I should fold down the top edge. And I find when I do that, when I fold down the top edge, it makes it a stronger edge at the top, because I'm going to use a hole punch to punch holes there. And I need it to be good and strong, so I'm going to fold it down about ½ inch at the top of the bag and glue it down across both sides. And this, of course, is easier to do when it's laying flat like this than when it's already glued together. So I put the paper clips all the way across. It really helps to hold it. I mean, I don't want to sit there and hold it and count to 60, although I could. Then I glue the other side down and paper clip it. So there we are. Now, while I'm waiting for that to dry, I've got to fold up about 2½ inches and turn it over and fold it up on the other side. So I've got a good crease there at the bottom edge of the bag. That's where I'm going to fold it under. And sometimes with, you know, watercolor, it could be that there's a really nice decorative subject matter down there at that bottom 2½ inches, and it's just a loss. That's all you can do. Now I fold it again, and you can see I didn't make it a perfect square. I made it a rectangle, and then I've got to cut the bottom edges up to that crease that I made. You can barely see it. I'm really sorry. This is a big bag and my camera is not catching all of it. So I'm going to make a smaller bag so you can see it a little bit more easily. Now with those edges, they're folded down, I can make flaps, fold them under and make, that's the floor, the bottom edge of my bag. But this big bag, it's going to end up with, as you can see, a bit of a hole at the bottom. Not a problem. I've got lots of paper, so I'll just cut a piece and put it there at the bottom. Now I'm going to set this one to one side because it's got to sit on the bottom there and glue and stick real good. So I'm going to pull out another piece of watercolor paper. Here we go. This one will do. And I am going to do the same thing here. But this one is going to be a much smaller bag, as you can see. I fold down the top half an inch and glue it real well. And paper clip it. Then fold it in half and glue those two sides together. You can see I folded it under about half an inch as well, put glue on it, and then put the two edges together and paper clip it. And fold up the bottom part about 2.5 inches. That's all I give myself. I don't want to lose too much of the art. And now I'm going to open it up like a cylinder and fold it where I want a new crease. This makes it into a square or a rectangle. I've got to take those paper clips off if they're glued enough, but it doesn't seem like they're ready. So I pulled out another piece of paper to put into the bottom of the big bag. There, you can see I put it in there and just glue it down. And now I'm going to poke some holes using my hole punch, just 2 on each side. Now I'm going to cut some string. You could use anything, yarn, ribbon, twine, but I have some cotton string that I find works pretty well, so I'm just going to use that. And I thread the cotton string. I've cut them about 2 of them, about a foot long, maybe a little bit more, maybe 18 inches. And I thread them through the holes at the top there and tie them together on the inside of the bag. Now, I want it to lay flat in the cupboard. So I push in the side seams and make a little triangular fold at the bottom, just like that. It folds real easy. And by this time, the smaller one is glued pretty well. I can take off the paper clips. And now I can fold it and make a new crease right there and there. Now you can see it opens up like a rectangle. Ta-da! Get out my scissors and cut up each corner just to the crease that I made. And fold those flaps down. Got to glue them pretty well. Lots of Elmers there. And ta-da! Got a nice size bag. I'm going to cut again, use my hole punch and punch 2 holes. On either side. Cut my cotton thread or string and tie them together on the inside of the bag. I find this is the easiest way. You know, it's better than making a knot and having the knotted string pop out of the hole. And you can see I'm doing the same thing. I'm just making a crease there, folding it flat. And ta-da! There it is. I have two nice bags. Put a little tissue paper in it, and it looks pretty good. It's ready for a gift. And I find they even sell real well. I've sold some for, you know, $5 to $10 a piece. And the one with two papers has got two sides. Isn't that nice? But even the small one has two sides. As you can see, there's a butterfly on one side and flowers on the other. So that's it. That's how I make a bag out of my watercolor paper. I sure hope you enjoyed watching this, and I do hope that you come again and see some more of my crafts and artwork. I'm always doing something. Bye everyone. See you next time.